Hey everyone, so in this section we're talking about potential paths that could lead to careers in digital marketing. Now, of course, we can't touch upon all of the potential routes. However, hopefully this will give you a great general introduction of the different aspects of digital marketing that you should be thinking about and what areas that you can actually focus on depending on your specific degree path. Now, of course, we're going to be talking about two specific routes. One is going to be the traditional degree path, whether that's getting a bachelor's or master's degree in a specific field of study. And we're going to be talking about a few of the different fields of study and how that actually relates to digital marketing. And the next is going to be going through a non-traditional route. This might mean going through an intensive online course, a boot camp, massively open online courses, starting a freelance business, or just teaching yourself these skills on your own as well. A great example of an intensive online course would be Seth Himes' course in digital marketing, which I will link the affiliate link below because it's probably the best digital marketing based course that I've personally come across as well. I highly recommend that you check it out if you're interested at all in digital marketing. It'll just give you a great overview on certain aspects of digital marketing, but also whether or not you actually want to devote a bunch of time and resources in the future to the field of digital marketing, whether or not it's actually right for you. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is if you don't come from any of the backgrounds we're going to be discussing, it doesn't at all mean that you can't get into digital marketing. What you'll find is that there are many people in the field who happen to be able to transition to digital marketing from a variety of different backgrounds based on the skills that they're able to develop. Another thing to really consider is the fact that digital marketing itself is a very rapidly growing field, and it just evolves so quickly. And because of this, a lot of firms and a lot of companies might be open to non-traditional candidates who are able to bring the relevant skills to the position that they happen to be looking for. So if you're going down the traditional degree path, one of the most common majors happens to be in the field of marketing. Now, of course, this makes sense. Marketing will allow you to understand how marketing fits into the broader context of the business. This is going to be extremely helpful if you're working with clients that or businesses, or you have a freelance business that you're working for as well. This is going to be extremely helpful because it will not only give you a general understanding of some really important marketing techniques, but it will also allow you to convey to the potential client or the potential organization how their marketing campaigns can position their particular product or brand in the marketplace, how important this is, and what strategies that you're actually going to use. Maybe it'll also give you some fundamental knowledge that you'll be able to translate in a digital marketing world, but also it'll give you an understanding of how to think about things and think about business problems through a marketing lens as well. Now, another major that happens to be somewhat related to marketing will just be going down the general business route. Now, the benefit of going down the general business route is the fact that if you're not necessarily sure about digital marketing and maybe you want to just take a few courses to try it out to see if it's something that's right for you, then maybe you can start in general business. This might allow you to also get the prerequisite courses for a variety of different majors within the business field as well, but also maybe you'll get an internship as well too, and you can determine whether or not it's right for you. And if it's not right for you, then maybe you have enough time to actually transition or pivot to a different component of your business degree based on the courses that you've already taken, and maybe you even minor in marketing, or maybe you specialize in something else that you happen to like even more. Now, one of the things I caution people about marketing in some cases is the fact that a lot of traditional marketing courses might not necessarily, or a lot of traditional marketing degrees might not necessarily offer as many courses in digital marketing. Again, because this field evolves so rapidly, particularly companies who are working on cutting edge marketing techniques, a lot of the things that they might be working on might not already be in academia. They might be things that they're actually kind of developing that's specific to the business. And so although you might get some fundamental marketing knowledge, you might also have to develop your own specific skill set in addition to the degree. I think it'll be helpful to have a marketing background because it'll help you understand how the skills that you're going to be developing on your own is going to relate to the businesses that you happen to be working on. But this is one of the criticisms that a marketing degree typically gets, is the fact that some of it might not be as relevant to the cutting edge marketing techniques that some organizations and some consulting firms are actually employing on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so the next degree is going to be a communications degree. Now, communications degrees might be very helpful. You can also group in with this an English degree. It can be very helpful for certain areas of digital marketing. So as an example, if you want to be a copywriter, or you want to be a content marketer and you're doing long form pieces of content, or you're just writing up email campaigns, you're writing up emails to be drafted as part of email campaigns, or if you're just generally working in any aspect where you're going to be conveying through writing or through different materials a particular message on behalf of a product or a brand that you happen to be working on. Now, one of the things to keep in mind about a communications degree is you might actually have to build up a portfolio where you can show how the skills that you've been able to attain do apply to the specific area that you want to get into. Internships are also great for this as well too. However, what you'll find is that there are a lot of entry-level marketing positions that might also allow for communication students to apply to them as well. And so there definitely are some transferable skills in particular areas of digital marketing. So this might be something for you to consider. Social media marketing is also another great example of this as well, as a lot of times you're going to be writing pieces of content. There's a lot of content platforms that have come out as well too, and so a lot of brands are trying to leverage this. And so having a communications and writing degree could be helpful in these particular situations, but again, you're going to really want to develop your portfolio to really make yourself stand out as a potential candidate. Okay, so the next is going to be any type of analytics or statistics or quantitative based degree. Something that's become very popular over the past few years, even decades, has become marketing analytics. And this has become even more important when big companies are going to be managing very large budgets around their paid marketing efforts. And so having someone who comes from an analytics background or statistics background who can dive into the big data sets that they're able to attain and to determine which ad sets are performing better, which ones can be leveraged up, which ones need to be taken down, what's the return on investment on each of the ad sets that they happen to be running, is going to be something extremely helpful. It's also going to be helpful for them to understand which specific demographics happen to be performing the best, how they can actually maximize the amount of money that they're spending on their ad campaigns, and having a degree in something that's quantitative that will allow you to build models that will actually allow companies to have a better understanding of this, or to even make better use of the data that they've already been able to attain in the past so that they can focus in on their paid campaigns in the future, is something that's going to be extremely helpful as well. Okay, so the next area is going to be illustration, video production, or anything along those lines. You can call it multimedia. In some cases, this might actually fall within the communications field. Now, this is going to be particularly helpful for those of you who want to go into social media marketing, who want to develop a variety of different content pieces, whether this is videos for a variety of different social media platforms, or if it's just developing or generating banner ads or social media ads or social media graphics that might work there, or if you're just generally designing billboards on behalf of a company or a new product label or design. There's a variety of different components of illustration that's going to be extremely important. In some cases, some marketing degrees will actually allow candidates to take courses in this particular area as well. Becoming very familiar with a lot of the technologies that are being used within companies that are developing a lot of these visual components is going to be something extremely important to somebody who's interested in this route as well. But I do think that these skills are going to be extremely important, particularly as more and more companies start to invest a lot more money in their digital marketing campaigns and their social media efforts and that type of thing as well. So having an understanding of this, regardless of what major you happen to come from, is going to serve you well if you're going to work in a variety of different social media positions or anything in the marketing realm that pertains to social media marketing, or even search engine optimization marketing as well. Now, going down the non-traditional route might involve you taking some massively open online courses. And the great thing about these courses is in some cases they're priced very well. They might come out a little bit more frequently, and they'll allow you to specialize in a particular area of digital marketing that you happen to be extremely interested in as well. So it'll allow you to dive deep into a specific area, and it'll allow you to understand how the technologies that you're using can actually relate to the new emerging trends in digital marketing. One of the things to really keep in mind is, depending on what background you actually come from, a lot of organizations, a lot of firms actually like to train in-house. And so if you don't come from a traditional background at all, or you feel as though you're limited in certain areas, then that might not necessarily mean that you can't get into digital marketing. A lot of firms might find that it's beneficial to train in-house because a lot of things that they're doing is cutting edge and it's not really being taught in academia anyways. And so for that reason, having an understanding or at least showing the organizations or the firms you want to work for that you're a continual learner and you have an understanding of the new technologies that are coming out, the new marketing efforts that are being put forward by the industry, is going to allow you to stand apart, but also might allow you to contribute to the teams and the companies that you're working for in ways that other candidates might not actually be able to. So the biggest thing to take away is really find ways that you can actually close off some of the knowledge gaps that you have, but to also stay on top of the latest trends, because digital marketing itself does change and evolve so quickly that learning some of the outdated tricks, and you might know them very, very well, might not necessarily be as beneficial to a company who's really trying to focus on the digital digital marketing aspect of their marketing campaigns. So hopefully this provided you with a great general overview of things that you should actually consider if you're interested in digital marketing. I'd love to hear comments, questions, and concerns. Do you work in digital marketing? Have you thought about working in digital marketing? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. If you appreciated this, please make sure to subscribe and like. As always, thank you so much again for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.